This video will list the people who either themselves claim to be immortal or claimed by others to be immortal. Now in this list is a spiritual entity such as God, artificial life such as robots, or even non-humans such as monsters or animals. Number 5. Leonard Jones. He was an eccentric man claiming that he was immortal. According to him, mortality is just something brought upon oneself and that it can be avoided through a regimen of prayer and fasting. He came to believe that he was immortal when he met a preacher who preached that man by faith can live forever. Though the preacher died, Jones still believed in his faith and went on with his life by becoming a politician that kept on running for presidency of the United States by claiming that he was immortal and people should believe in his faith so that they could also become immortal. But in 1868, Jones caught pneumonia, refusing treatment, believing that his sickness was due to his lack of faith, and by strengthening his faith he would be cured. He soon died because of it at the age of 71. Number 4. Keanu Reeves. Though he never said it himself, but some hopeful fans and the media kept saying that he is immortal. This is because he doesn't seem to age, and there are old photos from the 19th century that shows a man of similar features who was known as Paul Manette. So this is Paul Manette from the year 1875. Then this is Keanu Reeves in 2015. Putting them side by side, do you see the similarities? So here are more of Keanu Reeves throughout the years. This man undeniably has aged really well by aging really little. I wonder if it's his niceness that is the source of his youth. Number 3. Count of Saint Germain. Almost the same as Keanu Reeves in that he doesn't seem to age. He was very mysterious even to the people of his time because he kept on making different stories when asked about his origin. So no one really knows his real age or even where his wealth comes from. Count of Saint Germain has always looked like he was 40 plus years old in between the 40 years he was in Europe. He likes to dine with friends and would be seen talking from the start to end because he enjoyed their company, but it was rare to see him eat anything on the table because it was said he only eats his own food, which consists of something similar to oatmeal. There are accounts from distinguished people such as Casanova, Voltaire, King Louis XV, Madame de Pompadour, and more, who said that he was a man who knows everything, is very mysterious, and was always youthful. Count of Saint Germain was very involved in alchemy, prescribing people his anti-wrinkle potions and even hair dye. This could be the secret to his youth, or the secret could be in the jewels that he would always be adorned with from head to toe. His death was recorded in 1784, but there were no real personal belongings left in his estate at the time of his death, like his jewelries or even his violin. After his death, throughout the years, there were accounts of meetings with someone resembling the Count of Saint Germain, with the most recent one being in 1972. So is he really immortal and just living a quiet life right now? Or is it just because he has a pretty common face? Number 2. Nicholas Flamel. You might know that name from Harry Potter or other fiction books out there, but Nicholas was not an alchemist. He was a successful scribe and manuscript seller. He lived a rich life being a wealthy scribe and got married to Parnell, who was also rich from her 2 previous marriages. This couple lived a wealthy life, which in the later years of their life was known for their philanthropy. Nicholas lived until his 80s. He managed to design his own tombstone, which he had to use 8 years later in 1418. There was no indication of him doing any alchemy at all, at least not until 1612, where an alchemical book was published in Paris about Flamel searching for the Philosopher's Stone. In the book, Nicholas and his wife were believed to have attained a way to make the Philosopher's Stone, which if used right could make base metals into gold, or even more important, can make one immortal. Some believe that Nicholas and his wife became immortal and faked their deaths, while others believe that it was just a publisher's tactic to sell more books. Number 1. Self-mummifying monks. Some Buddhist monks in Mongolia, China, and North Japan had a spiritual practice that slowly mummifies oneself in order to attain enlightenment. But in North Japan, specifically in the Yamagata prefecture, between the 11th and 19th century, they believed that this practice was a path to immortality called Sokushin Butsu, where rather than death, they are believed to be in a death-like meditative trance. To attain their immortality, they only eat nuts and grains to remove all the fat in their body, and drink tea made from the urushi tree sap, which is actually extremely toxic and usually used to varnish furniture. Finally, when they're already sticks and bones, they go in a coffin which has a hole for breathing, and a bell for indicating that the monk was still aware of their surroundings. In the coffin, they would meditate in the lotus position until they were in a meditative trance. Then, after 1,000 days of no bell rings, the coffin is then reopened to see the condition of the monk. If the monk is fully mummified, then it is believed that they have attained immortality, while those who did not succeed were just praised for their courage and determination.